So you guys are here because this is a training or a session on the steps on how to become an Apple teacher. And becoming an Apple teacher is fun and easy. I do think, well, let me introduce myself first. My name is Cynthia Rios, and I'm a Project Rise Master Teacher at Falk Middle School, and I teach 8th grade reading, and those are some of the certifications that I have in regards to ed tech. So the reason I wanted to do this session is because I know a lot of us are very overwhelmed with the situation, trying to figure out how are we gonna give lessons to our kids, what platform should we use, and then they sent out that communication for all of us to get certified in either Microsoft, Google, or Apple. And I thought out of the three, this might be the one that's most accessible to a lot of teachers. One, because it's free. It's a free professional learning program. It's designed to support and celebrate educators using Apple products. Now, one of the questions that I got a lot sent was, do I need to have a Mac or an iPad with me? The good thing is that you don't. However, like a lot of our schools, hopefully, if we do go back this year or next year, we do have iPads available at a lot of our schools. I know that is something that the technology department is like purchasing a lot. I've heard that all second grade classrooms have iPads, or special ed teachers have been getting iPads. Like there's a lot of that going around. So even though you don't have your own, hopefully that we have the resources through BISD. And so, no, you don't need a Mac or an iPad to complete the certifications, and it's free. Okay. Another reason is as an educator, you can build your skills on iPad and Mac, and that directly apply to activities with your students. You can earn recognition for the new things that you learn, and you can be rewarded for the great work that you do every day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this presentation super short because I just kind of want to give you the steps, and then I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to walk you through it like live through the website. But this is the website that you're going to go to when you are ready. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the chat. And so when you go on there, you're going to have to sign in. If you own an iPad or an iPhone, then you already have an Apple ID. So you can continue with that one. If you do not, then you would click on create yours now. And I'm going to walk you through that as soon as I'm done showing you the steps. And then once you are there, if you do have to create an Apple ID, you can use an email that you already have. For example, like my Apple ID is actually a Gmail account that I own. I do not have an Apple ID with the iCloud or with the Apple, ending on it. So it could be a Gmail account. We can use your BISD account, and I'm going to walk you through that once I go live on the website. Once you are there, you're going to go into the Apple Teacher Learning Center, and you earn badges in order to become an Apple teacher. And you earn those badges by, I don't know if you can see the red arrow here, you're going to click on Learn and Earn, and then that's where you're going to start your courses. So there are 2 different courses that you can take in order to become an Apple teacher. You can earn badges for Mac, or you can earn badges for iPad. You see how that one has the green check mark, because that's the one that I completed. I do not own a Mac, but I do have an iPad. So I chose to go through the iPad route. And you'll become the Apple teacher once you've earned 6 badges in either the iPad or the Mac collection. And then you also receive your official teacher logo, like the one that you might have seen earlier in my presentation. And you get your certificate for recognition, which is the one that you can upload to the professional development website. Which badge is better for you to have, which course, it's really up to you. Like, again, I chose the iPad one because I do own an iPad and I'm familiar with, and I have an iPhone. I don't have a Mac. However, I am pretty sure that the courses are, they're kind of similar. There's just going to be a few differences because one is obviously on the laptop, the Mac, and the other one is on the iPad, which is for all devices. There isn't one like that. It's either you earn it for the Mac or you earn it for the iPad. You have to choose one of the other. Okay. So these are the badges that you have to earn. If you go the Mac route, these are the badges that you have to earn. You have a badge for Mac, Pages, Keynote, Numbers, iMovie, and GarageBand. And in order to earn a badge in each of these, you're going to take a quiz, and you have to pass the quiz with an 80% or better. So many of you might ask, don't pass the quiz. I mean, that doesn't mean that you can't continue. You're gonna have to just rewatch and go through the coursework again. It'll actually tell you if you get one of the questions wrong. It'll say, you know what, you need to go back to this section of this badge so that you can review the information. So they want you to go back and rewatch and reread so that then you can take the quiz again, and you know, you can earn your certification. The other route that you can go, which is the route that I took, was for the iPad, but notice it's basically the same apps, Pages, Keynote, Numbers, iMovie, GarageBand. They're the same, but the features just might be a little different because it's a different device. Okay, and again, you earn a badge every time you pass a quiz with a score of 80% or better. So what happens afterwards? Let's say you finish all the courses, you pass all the quizzes. What's next? The next time that you sign in into your Apple Teacher account, you're going to see this on your screen. It's official. You're an Apple Teacher. And it'll take you to the page where you can download your Apple Teacher logo, which you can add to your email. I have a question here. If I choose the iPad route, I do the course in the iPad, or can it be done on the computer? You can do it on the computer. You do not need to do it on an iPad or a Mac. And then you can also, this is where they'll take you to print your certificate to download, and your official Apple Teacher Certificate of Recognition that then you can upload into the professional development website, and you can get your technology hours. And then after that, what's next? They do have more courses. These do not, like, there are extra courses that you have there. One of them is called Swift Playgrounds, and this is like if you're interested in how to code using the iPad. So if you take, I think it's about 3 additional courses, then you get an updated teacher logo, and it'll have like a feature that says Swift Playground skills. Like, you have this extra skill next to your Apple Teacher logo. Or you can always just go back to the foundational learning resources anytime, find more ideas. Like right now, earlier when I was preparing, I noticed that they have a course for remote learning. Like, there's a lot of different things that they're always updating that you can go back and learn more. So right now, do I have any questions? Or are you guys ready to go to see it, how to log in and everything?
I have a quick question.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, Ms. Rios, in a previous or an earlier session, you had said about a Google account. Do we have a Google account from our school?
With BISD, yes.
With
all of us.
BISD.
Yes, we all have
okay.
a BISD Google account. And in order to log into that, you just go ahead, you go into your computer and open up a tab on Google, and you're going to sign in to Google, and you're going to use your BISD information.
Oh, our BISD. Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay, any more questions? No?
How much is the certification?
What's that, sir?
How much is the certification?
For Apple Teacher, it's free. No fee. Well, you can just retake those quizzes as many times as you need until you get that 80%, and you'll get your certification.
Great. Thank you.
Yes. What is the estimated time to finish the modules? It really just depends on your comfort level and your experience with iPad and other Apple products. I think, honestly, I think I finished. I kind of just set my mind to it. Okay, I'm going to do it today, and I was able to finish it in a day. And when I mean a day, I mean, like, I sat there and I worked on it throughout the day, maybe 6 to 10 hours. I don't know. right? Like, I mean, I took breaks obviously, but I just wanted to get it done. And that's how long it took me. But it just depends on you, your comfort level, how familiar you are with Apple products, and you know, how fast you want to finish it really. Okay, so let me go ahead and log in to show you. Okay. Okay, so then this is where you're going to see when you go to that link. You know what? Let me go ahead and paste it one more time just in case you need it. You could also just, you know, open up a Chrome browser and just search up Apple Teacher, and it's going to take you to this. Now, if you already a member, obviously you just go to sign in. If you're not, you're going to click on Join Apple Teacher. And then here is where you're going to sign in. If you have an Apple ID already, because you already have an iPhone or an iPad, then you can use that information to log in. If you forgot it, you can click on forgot Apple ID or password. Or if you do not have an Apple ID, you click on create yours. And I'm going to walk you through that. And so then I'm going to go ahead and fill this out. And I'm going to try to use my, all right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a little bit because I don't want you all to see my birthday. Okay, and then you're gonna select your security questions. So let me stop sharing again. I did use my BISD email, and then it's gonna ask you to verify your email address. So it just sent me a code. I'm gonna go ahead and put the code in to my email address. Continue. You guys can see my screen, correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So then that is my account. Oh, you guys saw my thing anyways. That is your account right there. And now let me go back and then let me do what I just created. I see some questions on the chat. Super young. I thank you, Ms. Elizondo. Do we get discounts as teachers to buy Apple products? You know, I am not sure. What's Apple ID? That's basically like your email address that you have with Apple. So some of you that have like iPhones or iPads, it's the one that ends in iCloud. Or if you do not want a new like ID or a new email address, you can link it to one of your existing accounts that you already have. So I'm just testing, I was testing it with the BISD one, and you can do it with the BISD one. Let me go ahead and sign in. Okay, so there we go. It's gonna ask you a couple questions. Okay, so I teach middle school, I teach language arts, and then you can fill out the rest right here. School name, district. For now, I'm just going to fill out the required fields. And then it's going to ask you your experience with Apple, and I'm going to put experience, and I'm going to accept the terms and conditions and press submit. Is the test recorded when you do it for Apple Teacher? No, there's no, you do not have to show your face on the webcam or anything like that. No, you don't. I just realized that I wasn't showing my, there we go. Okay, so now here you are. Welcome to the Apple Teacher Center. And here's where they're gonna ask you to choose a path, but start by selecting iPad or Mac collection from the home page. So I'm gonna go through iPad, and then it tells you you're gonna learn these 6 new skills. These are the 6 badges that you need to earn in order to get your certification. And it tells you that you're gonna take a quiz and earn your badge. And then once you've collected all the badges for iPad or Mac, you'll receive an official Apple Teacher logo. Okay, so I'm going to click on done up here on the top right hand corner. And then this is the Apple Teacher Learning Center. And then like the presentation that I was just showing you, to get to these courses, you're going to click on learn and earn. And then these are the two choices that you have: earn badges for iPad or earn badges for Mac. So let's say you're going to start with the iPad one. And now here's the thing, like you don't have to do both. However, you can if you want to. Like if you are an avid Apple user and you have both a Mac and an iPad, well then go, you can do both. One frequently asked question is, can you do a combination of both? No, you can't. You either have to finish the iPad one first or the Mac one. You can't like do 3 of the iPad and then 3 of the Mac. It won't count like that. But how long does each skill batch take to complete? It really just depends on you, the RDS, on how comfortable you are with it. Like I said, I completed mine in a day, about 6 to 10 hours, more or less. But I mean, I just, I kind of just go through the courses and I like test and stuff. It just depends on you. So I'm going to go ahead and click here for iPad, and I just want to walk you through. So once we finish with the iPad badge, we can use the same email log. Yeah, the same email. Yes, you're going to use, once you create your account with Apple, or you already have your Apple login information, you're going to use the same one for the Mac, or the same one to do these other skills over here. Learn skills on iPad, learn skills on Mac, you can use the same one. You may use the same login to get Mac and iPad. Okay, yes, he was answering the question. Thank you, Mr. Miwaya. All right, so then this is how it looks. And then you would click on the first one. Really, you can take it in any order that you want. I just kind of went on the order that's available there for Apple. And then to earn this badge, you have to learn these skills. So you start with the first one, the home screen. And it's going to just show you how to personalize the home screen on an iPad. And so then you go ahead and it says go to the home screen, press the home button. Like you just go through the indications, like what it's telling you here. You're reading the information about how to do it, and some of them have videos like this, so that you can see how it is that you would be doing it. Like how this skill that it's teaching you here is how to add and remove apps from the dock. And so then you could replay that. Okay, I didn't see that. Let me replay it again. Once you started training, what happens if you have to leave? Can you continue? Yes, you can continue. Does it save your progress for later and complete later? Yes, you can. You can work at your own pace. This is your own learning journey. So it takes as long, you can stop, you can take a break, you can come back. You don't have to sit here like me, all crazy for 6 hours to finish it. But it's at your own pace, however you feel more comfortable. Okay, and then so you go through these, and each of them have a little video there so that you can see it in action. So that's why I'm telling you, you do not need an iPad or a Mac, because each of the little courses have videos to show you how it would work on the iPad or on the Mac. Okay, so then here you're learning about moving and organizing apps, and then you go to the next one, or you want to learn more about how to use search. So let's say there's something here that you didn't understand. You can click on these links and it takes you to give you to a separate tab where it gives you more information about those. And then it tells you to apply it. Let's see. Okay. You can go further, learn more about changing wallpaper, and then you go to the next one, the control center, and that's how you go. You're going to go through all of these different skills, and then when you're ready, you're going to click here where it says earn your badge. And so there's a lot of links and stuff that you can go through, but when you're ready, you went through all of these different skills, you're going to click on earn badge, and it's loading down there in the bottom. Okay, and so I already went through all of these skills. I'm ready to take my quiz. So you click on the blue earn badge button, and this is what the quizzes look like. They're about 5 questions each, but let's say you get one wrong. Okay, they give you a scenario. getting dizzy. Sorry, Mrs. Granado. They give you a scenario here. A colleague is teaching about the parts of a flower and wants students to label these on their photos. Which of the following can they use to mark up a photo? So because you just went through those different skills, can you see one skill and test on it and then go to the other skill and test on it? No, like you have to go through all of those skills and then they give you a test for the skills. If I already have an Apple ID that links all of my Apple products, but if I create a new one that uses BISD email, will it interfere with my original Apple ID? No, they're going to be separate. Because I have an Apple ID for my iPhone, and then I created a new Apple ID, which I wanted to use as my teacher Apple ID, so it will not interfere. And then right now, just for the sake of this demonstration, I just created a new one with my BISD one. So then you would select all that apply. So let's say I think it's drawings and text. You submit the answer. And then, oops, and it tells me not quite. And so then it goes back, it tells me you need to review photos again. And then I can review my answer. Okay, well, what did I select? What did I mess up on? So you are not able to change it. You can keep going because remember you have to get an 80. So that's the one question that I can get wrong. If I get any more wrong, then I'm gonna have to restart the quiz again. So then I could go to the next question and then you keep going like that. Once you answer all 5, if you get an 80 or above, you're gonna earn your badge. And then you go to the next one. Okay, do I have any questions?
Yes, quick question. If you, let's say you choose the iPad one and you already know how to use like the home screen, the control center and all that. Can you skip to the quiz?
Yes, definitely. Like you saw me right now. I only saw the home screen one. I didn't go to any of these. I just went to the quiz and you can take the quiz. However, if you don't pass the quiz, it's not gonna force you, like you can just go back. Like if I know that I messed up on something like that first question, I can just go to photos and so I can see, okay, what was it that I messed up on? And you can like click through it until you find the answer of the question that you messed up on. And then you can go back to the quiz. So it's not like a timed thing or there's a certain amount of like time limit that you have to spend on these different skills. No, like if you feel very comfortable with the home screen and all of these, then you can earn your badge, take the quiz and you earn your badge and you go to the next. What do you guys think? Any other questions? Really, this is all, I just wanted to show you a way on how you can get, a technology certification through one of the main, products out there, which is Apple. But it's at your pace. But I feel like they offer you a lot of support. They tell you exactly where to go. If you do get a question wrong, or if you do not pass the quiz, they tell you, okay, you need to review these 3 things. So you can go back and just review those 3 things, and then you can take the quiz again. So it is very achievable to be able to, if you feel comfortable with iPad and iPhone and all that, like you can finish it, within a day or 2. So again, once you're in the Apple Learning Center, you're gonna go to Learn and Earn. And then you go to Earn Badges for iPad, and these are the 6. So let me stop sharing this screen as the one where I did complete the certification. And so see how it has the green check mark right there, and I completed these 6 courses and earned those 6 badges. So then that's how I became a Apple certified teacher. And then once you complete them, and you can see it right here, Apple teacher, those are the 6 badges that I completed 3, 6, I completed 8. I guess I completed just 2 extra ones later on. And then here, it says that you're an Apple teacher, and where do you get your report and your certificate? You click here, report and certificate under profile. Here you can download your progress report, and this is where you get your official certificate, and this is what I downloaded and then uploaded on the professional development website to get credit. My recommendation is when you do earn this one, call professional development and ask them what is the max amount of hours that you are allowed to get. All right. Thank you so much, guys. That is all I have for you, unless you want to, you have any other questions.